Hello everybody, my name is Benjamin Bloom. I have just witnessed Bristol City 1, Ipswich Town 1. Ipswich go away from home for the second time in 4 days to a team in the top 6 in the league and get a point. And again, pretty good value today. Bristol City. If I'm sitting watching Bristol City, I'm a Bristol City fan. I'm thinking we are literally lining up to let people overtake us for the playoffs. Bit lacklustre for Bristol City. They didn't really get going other than 20 minutes in the first half. And Paul Lambert with a almost experimental Ipswich 11 just to kind of rub it in for the Robins there. Here's how the teams lined up. Bristol City, Marinovic in goal, a little bit iffy with the old feet. Hunt, Callas, Adam Webster signed from Ipswich this summer, and Lloyd Kelly, who always plays well against Ipswich. Pack sitting in front of the back four. Eliasson starts on the right. He did all his damage down the left in the game in November. Brownhill, Patterson, Vyman make up the midfield with Jeju up front. So for Ipswich, an interesting selection. Białkowski in goal. So Emmanuel in for Bree. So the first time Paul Lambert's had a go with Josh Emmanuel. Ipswich going down to League One next season. Josh Emmanuel played a season in League One for Rotherham at right back. So Luke Chambers, Toto and Ciala gets a start, and Myles Kenlock keeps his place. No Knudsen in the back there. Chalobah holding in midfield. Andre Dazelle into the team. John Nolan keeps his place after his goal at West Brom on Saturday. Gwion Edwards down the right. Alan Judge down the left and roaming anywhere he roams. Jackson up front gets the start. And after 40 seconds, I said about Marinovic messes around with a goal kick. Jackson, nice and fresh, onto it. Panic at the back there, bumped out for a corner. Bad start by the Bristol City keeper. First 5 minutes, good start for Ipswich. Looks a bit worrying. Jackson down in the box, gets up pretty gingerly, but continues on 9. Andre Dazelle wins a free kick. It's swung in from the right by Judge, headed clear out to Chalobah on the volley. 15 yards out. It's a sight of goal. You get that on target, can deflect, can go anywhere, but he does not. Bad technique by the Chelsea loanee. Shanks it wide on 12. Edwards, deep cross here. Jackson, tough angle, well wide on the volley. Good opening from Ipswich. It's all Ipswich this first 20 minutes or so. Judge, corner, drives this one in kind of head height. Chambers, near post, loops the head. He had 2 chances against West Brom. Couldn't take them again. A chance here for Luke Chambers on 15 minutes. Edwards, diagonal volley. I don't think the initial volley from the right corner of the box is going to trouble Marinovic, but it takes a little nick off Tamas Callas and could have caused some trouble there, and the keeper down well to make the save. 18 minutes here. Bristol City get out for the first time. Corner in swinging from the left. Jeju up at the near post. Białkowski half comes. So if he can be a bit cuter with the header there, Jeju might be able to flick that one in. But under that duress, he heads it over. Like I say, all Ipswich up until those 18 minutes, but here the pendulum starts to swing, and it kind of starts to swing after this foul by Dazelle, a big pullback, which he probably should have been booked for. And I don't know, that just seems to wind Bristol City up into a bit of action, and they're now going to have the better of the game for pretty much all of the rest of the first half. Free kick in from Eliasson, bounces out to Vyman. Right foot volley here, first time side netting chance there. Thought that might have hit the post on first reflection. Got a little bit of a look at the screen in the stadium. I think that was just into the side netting. I know a lot of people are going to be watching this on Sky, so forgive me, I've seen everything once in real time. Kelly crosses on 23 from the left over Kenlock again. Andres Vyman picking up that inside right position. He's finding space here, pulls the trigger, and it's a good block from John Nolan in the box. Bristol City now taking charge. 29, Dazelle gets his yellow card, another pullback. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have made this if he'd got the first yellow, but he was kind of asking for it. And on 31, Bristol City take the lead. And in the season of insults, obviously Adam Webster has to get the goal, and it's poor from Ipswich. It's a short corner. Well, not necessarily a short corner, but an early corner played out only one Ipswich shirt goes. Somebody else has to go, because as that Ipswich shirt goes out, it's fed back to Eliasson. He takes a touch and he knows exactly what he's going to do when he receives the ball, and he moves and makes the space moves forward. The wind is blowing in that way, so he gets a good in swing on the cross. Up goes Webster with Josh Emmanuel, gets a little glance on it. There's pace on the cross. It's a good cross from Eliasson, and Webster against his former club nods it in. Didn't score many from him. Just remember him scoring at Birmingham, possibly. Can't think of many more than that one. I'm sure someone will correct me in the comments. But Webster gets the goal, just like Joe Garner did a few games ago. And Ipswich are behind. When we get to the end of the first half, I'll say on the balance of play, maybe that was deserved. But at this point, fairly even. And I really do think it's a bit of a poor goal, given they just switched off when that corner goes short. You've got to have another player come out. You know you're going to get 2-on-1, and it resulted in a goal. 33. Judge in from the left, shoots at goal, blocked out. There's a handball shout up that end. Nothing given there. Great effort by Jeju here. Really enjoyed this one. Hunt swings it in from the right foot. You can see Bristol City are a confidence team. You can see Lee Johnson. Streaky Lee is a confidence manager. The tails are up. Hunt curls the cross in. Overhead kick by Jeju. Bicycle kick, in fact. Good contact. Over the top it goes, but always nice to see one of those tried. Chalobah, good press here. Edwards from range on target. Good shot that. I thought keeps it low, keeps it inside the post. Marinovic down to the right makes the save. 39, another free kick from the left here. Jeju, this time looping header. I think it was a free header. Probably should have done better with that one. Lands on the roof of the net. Half time. I suppose Bristol City just edged that first half on the basis of minutes, basically, that Bristol City were probably on top from around minute 20 through, so they had a good 25 minutes as opposed to Ipswich's 20. But we've said, Paul Lambert has even said it himself, Ipswich Town are a good team between each penalty box and not the cutting edge. And obviously they let a goal go. The mistake wasn't made inside the box. It was made just outside the box, not closing that corner down. And of course, 2018-19, the season that sucks the most. Obviously, Adam Webster has to get the goal and Bristol City take the lead. They're a weird team, Bristol City. They don't really have any kind of playmaker. No number 10, no deep line playmaker. So it's all about the team getting moving together and threat down the sides. So didn't really show that much, and that pattern is going to continue in the second half. Here we go, no changes. 49, Chalobah, 30-yarder here. Good effort low to Marinovic is right down well and makes the save. The shots on target for Ipswich in the last two games are going up. They're building some confidence finally. Too little, too late, I know. Tell me Ipswich don't need draws, I know. But hey, if this is an extended pre-season, then some good work is going on here by Paul Lambert. We're getting up to the hour mark, and this is poor now. It's not a good game. The quality is dropping off. Bristol City look like they want to play on the counter-attack. And yes, I get that against better teams than Ipswich. Ipswich are 24th in the league and have a horrifically bad away record and a horrifically bad away defensive record. And I just feel for a team that really could be making the playoffs and, 3 games to the Premier League. Bristol City need to push a bit more, and they're sitting back waiting to counter press, and just the game is drifting up to the hour marks. Patterson in a Chambers and Emmanuel sandwich. This wakes them up a little bit. Emmanuel, I think, knocks him down in the penalty box. No penalty given there. Skirmish on the touchline on 65, and the game starts to wake up. I know it's fouls that are waking him up. Down the line here to Eliasson, crosses in from the left. Patterson, he over-engineers the header, and it goes wide. Now, here come Ipswich at the same point as they did in the game against West Brom on Saturday. They do find a second wind, Ipswich on 67. Lovely move here. Nolan is a good passer. He's had a couple of good games in a row, John Nolan. I know my saying is too little too late, but it's nice to see. He slides this one down the line here for Caden Jackson. It goes inside to Gwion Edwards. Edwards in a good position here. He gets it out of his feet, inside left. He hits the shot. It's going inside the post, but it's a good save by Marinovic. The caveat to all of this, Alan Judge, one more pass and he's in on goal on the right foot. I know as an attacking player, you've got to back yourself to take the shot, but Judge was open and does not have a goal yet for Ipswich Town. Would have been nice to see that one played on. Goes out for a corner nonetheless, and Bristol City really are switching off now. The first corner goes in, and Lloyd Kelly climbs up and really close to scoring an own goal from this. He gets a head on it and it just flies past the post, and I think Marinovic is beaten, and that was big foreshadowing for what happens next, because Ipswich are going to make the equaliser, and some synchronicity with the first half, because it's a quick corner that is not defended well at all. I think it's Judge takes the corner quickly to Kenlock. Kenlock's got it on the corner of the box, like left wing position. He plays it into John Nolan. It's a lovely back heel by Nolan, and Kenlock, good attacking intent here. He follows his pass up and he runs onto it. He receives the ball, and now Bristol City are flat-footed. Kenlock takes it in. He's really decisive here. He drives it across the goal in towards Chalobah, and Lloyd Kelly, who nearly just scored an own goal, well, this time he does score an own goal. It flies up off Kelly's feet and into sort of the roof of the net. And it is 1-1 to Ipswich. Kenlock takes the congratulations, but alert play by Judge. Lovely back heel by John Nolan. And I think on that little spur, Ipswich deserved that. And Bristol City, they were sitting back, not taking the game to Ipswich. So even if you think Ipswich didn't deserve the goal, maybe Bristol City kind of got what was coming to them for their passive second half display here. Kelly, I said he always plays well against Ipswich. He set up the goal when I was last here in the 1-0. I forget the guy who scored, Liverpool loanee, and really took Ipswich to the woodshed in the second half of the game in November, him and Eliasson. But here he gets an own goal. The tables turn. Lee Johnson reacts. O'Dowda on for Vyman, Palmer on for Patterson. Paul Lambert, brave here. He brings in El Mazzuni, a young guy. This is his league debut now. So you've got Dazelle in, you've got Emmanuel in, you've got Nsiala, and you've got El Mazzuni in. Are we seeing Ipswich's League One team here in rehearsal here? He goes out to the right, El Mazzuni. Never seen him play. Can't tell you anything about him. A few of my compatriots have seen him in the under-23, so they will know more than me. Gwen Edwards goes to the left wing, and Cole Skews comes in for John Nolan. Hearty round of applause from the Bristol City fans for their ex-player. Skews, Edwards with a yellow on Kelly. I think that had been simmering for most of the half. Interestingly, Edwards laying one on him after he switched sides from him. Yellow card there. So City pressure on 81 here, in from the right by Hunt. Skews dives in, makes the block there. Yellow for Stuart Taylor, I think. The yellow card waved at the bench there. 83, Matty Taylor comes in for Eliasson. 84, Ted Bishop in for Andre Dazelle. If you're an Ipswich fan wanting these youngsters tried out, they're all being thrown in by Paul Lambert here. I'm all for it, honestly, I really am. 85, Kelly down the left, puts the cross in. Little nick on the cross. This would just be Ipswich's luck this season. That puts into Brownhill's path. Brownhill into the box. He hits it first time left-footed. It's never on target. Białkowski looks like he's got his angles right as well, so it would have had to have been a good shot there. Hunt, yellow on Bishop. Ted Bishop is improving. He's getting maybe towards that 2014-15 Ted Bishop that we just obviously haven't seen for 4 years. Bishop on the right drives into the box. Is there a winner here for Ipswich? He keeps going. Loads of touches in the box. They're scared to touch him and take the penalty. And in the end, he is blocked out. 3 minutes of stoppage time goes up. Ipswich get a couple of attacking corners here, throw-ins down the bottom. But are Ipswich going to throw it away? Horrible pass by Chambers, puts them on the back foot. Bristol City get onto it. Good Ipswich defensive shape back, and Pack puts the shot over, and the game ends 1-1. So look, from an Ipswich point of view, if it's this extended pre-season, then this was a really, really worthwhile game. You've had Josh Emmanuel get into the team over a loanee from Aston Villa and James Bree. Toto Nsiala plays a full 90 minutes. Kenlock keeps going, and I think a better performance from Kenlock. He can't be blamed for the goal. They're taking up their positions, and presumably he's got a marking job to do in the goal. Well, actually, I maybe stand to be corrected in that. I don't know who's marking the near post or who's supposed to run out for that. But Dazelle gets a good run out there. Caden Jackson and Gwion Edwards. This really could be Ipswich's League One team playing today. Ted Bishop gets more minutes and El Mazzuni gets a debut. Two good spells for Ipswich in this game. The first 20 minutes I thought they were good. If they had more of a presence, maybe Will Keane, who's obviously got that hamstring injury, maybe they take the lead in that period. Jackson's getting there but just lacks that presence up front for all his excellent pace. The other good Ipswich spell was when the goal came. They got going and Nolan plays Jackson, and a couple of good little plays by Nolan. He's making a difference in these games now, so pleasing to see as well from maybe a League One perspective there. So a good few days for Ipswich. If you assume that they are down there so far back and they're just not winning games, but they're not losing games. They're fairly competitive, just that disastrous. This would all look very different had they got a win against Reading. Well, and Reading hadn't won a few other games that they'd won. But, yeah, some encouraging signs from Ipswich if you're looking at next season. Obviously, any miraculous late Houdini escape act needs 7 wins on the trot probably now. So, but some positives. So if you're an Ipswich fan, let me know what you think in the comments. Moreover, let's talk about Bristol City, because I wasn't impressed at all today. You're playing at home. You're playing bottom of the league with an experimental 11 Ipswich. Bristol City put out a good, strong 11 for them. And they should be bombarding the Ipswich box for this last 15 minutes of this game at 1-1. And they just didn't have the urgency and didn't really have the chutzpah to do that. I was disappointed with them today. Like I said, they don't really play with any kind of playmaker. No deep line playmaker, no Norwood, no, Leitner, Woods type player in the back there. And no player up the pitch, no Grealish, Hernandez. I'm not talking about a player of that quality, but a player playing that role. And it all seems to be based on, a bit of solidity, a bit of counter-pressing and some threat down the sides. And when that's not working, it was predictable and slow. And when they were 1-0 up, they really didn't take the game to Ipswich in the second half at all. I suppose disappointing to see Webster score against Ipswich, but he seems to be an important player in that team. I just wonder how far the Bristol City fans are if they do go on another Lee Johnson losing streak and fall away from this playoff position. How long they are from complaining about Johnson again. Be interested if Bristol City fans are watching this, what you think in the comments of where this is going and this latest kind of winless streak that Bristol City are on. It seems like there's a big drop-off below third place in the Championship. West Brom have changed managers. Borough, Iffy lost on Saturday. Derby and Bristol City have both been on poor runs. And then you've got Forest and Birmingham. We're going to get points deduction, and Villa. Really, a not good team could finish in the playoffs this year in 6th place. And hey, maybe that could be Bristol City. The issue is you're going to come up against a good team. Whoever doesn't make automatic out of that top 3 should be strong favourites for the playoffs. Anyway, I'm quite pleased as an Ipswich fan over these past 2 games. I know it's not wins, but you're going away to West Brom, away to Bristol City. If you'd have asked me what's going to happen before, I'd have thought a couple of defeats and a few more negative in the goal difference. But no negative in the goal difference. A couple of goals, a few good performances from different players. 2 points on the board, no defeats, and some new players blooded. So, I'm all right with this, and I'm just enjoying watching from afar as the promotion battle goes on at the top of the league. So, look, thank you for watching. I will do a live stream review probably on Thursday of all the action. I know Leeds have won, and I know Sheffield United have won up the top there. So, it's really hotting up the top. So, well worth hitting the subscribe button and getting involved in the live stream on Thursday. I guess that will be 6:30, 7 o'clock time. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter at Benjamin Bloom. Thumbs up, comment, and I will see you very soon.